Now let's move a bit forward, and we are now going to talk about different models. We are going to talk about the different models of the performance measurement. So among the different models of performance measurement, the first model that we'll be talking about is called the balanced scorecard. The first model that we'll be talking about is called the balanced scorecard. What exactly do you mean by balanced scorecard? So let me tell you about the background of this balanced scorecard. This balanced scorecard was introduced by two people. Their name is Kaplan and Norton. Their names are Kaplan and Norton. What did they do? They were like that. See, when we measure the performance of the organization, when we measure the performance of the organization, so mostly the measurement is financial. But what we need to do is that we need to design a approach. We need to design an approach, or we need to design a model where we could measure both the financial and non-financial performance of the organization. Where we could measure both the financial and the non-financial performance of the organization. So what did they do? They introduced the concept of this balanced scorecard, and under the balanced scorecard approach, they told us that the balanced scorecard is that you have to measure the performance of the organization from the four aspects. What do you need to do? You need to measure the performance of the organization using the four aspects. What are these four aspects that you have to use in order to measure the performance of the organization? So the four aspects for measuring the performance have to be: number one, the financial aspect. Uh, the second one of them is, it's actually the financial perspective, the customer perspective. The third one of them is called, the third one of them is called learning and growth perspective. And the fourth one of them is going to be termed as, the third one of them is termed as learning and growth perspective. And the fourth one of them is going to be termed as internal business perspectives. So when we talk about the concept of these four perspectives, it's actually the financial, customer, learning and growth, and the internal business perspective. Now let's talk about it. Let's discuss about it. Basically what happens is, when we talk about the concept of this financial perspective, what do we mean by this? The balanced scorecard approach, they told us that, look, if you want to measure the performance of the organization, you know this thing that what gets measured gets done. If you want to measure the performance of the organization, then you have to make sure you measure the performance in a balanced manner. You need to make sure that you consider the financial, you consider the non-financial, every aspect. So from the perspective of the financial perspective, you need to measure how do we appear to our shareholders? How do we appear to our shareholders? So what do we need to do? We need to measure that how do we appear to our shareholders. That is going to be considered as your financial perspective. So let me talk about it. How do we appear to our shareholders? Now, the second one of them is customer perspective. And what do we mean by the customer perspective? The customer perspective is, how do our customers see us? How do our customers see us? So when we talk about the second perspective, it's actually the customer perspective, which is that how do our customers see us? So basically, if you have to talk about measuring the performance of the organization, what do you need to do? You have to see, number one of them was the financial perspective. The second one of them is going to be considered as customer perspective. Now, the third one of them is about the learning and growth perspective. Now, what exactly do you mean by the learning and growth perspective? The learning and growth perspective means that how far the organization, I mean, what has been the learning across the organization? What has been learning across the organization? And secondly, how far, how well has an entity grown? So when you talk about the learning and growth perspective, it's actually like this, that how well an entity has grown. So when we talk about the concept of learning and growth perspective, this learning and growth perspective actually means that I mean, has there been a learning across the organization? The second one of them is basically that how well has the entity grown? Now what next is there? The next situation is the next situation is that it's the internal business perspective. What do you mean by internal business perspective? With respect to the internal business perspective, it actually means that things we must excel at. The things we must excel at. The things we must excel at, that is going to be considered as your internal business perspective. What is it? It's going to be considered as internal business perspective. Now, let me guide you that how do we measure them and what exactly is the purpose of measuring them. Now, let's just try to understand. Basically, what happens is think about an organization. Think about an organization. I'm taking an example. A lot of you would be like, that why do you always end up taking an example of an airline? It's important. Why? Because it's one of those industry that's actually a service oriented organization and it's generally well understood by everyone. So now let's just see. Internal business perspective, the learning and growth, the customer perspective, the financial perspective. Try to understand this thing. Think from the perspective of the organization, internal business perspective, the things that it must excel as. So it's actually on time flights. Things it must excel at. What is it? On time flights. Things it must excel at: safety of passengers. The learning is what? Staff training. The growth is basically what? The fleet has to grow. The growth is what? Fleet has to grow. The number of routes have to grow. For example, Emirates, Qatar Airways, Etihad Airways. What do they have? They operate on multiple routes. They operate on multiple routes. So if you have to go anywhere, what you do is that you think of Etihad, you think of Qatar Airways, you think of Emirates, because you can find these airlines across the globe. Is that okay to you people? Yeah, are you people okay with it? So now, basically what happens is, think about it. It's the internal business perspective. You have on-time flights, you have got safety of passengers, your staff is well trained, your fleet is growing, your number of routes are growing. Automatically, what is going to happen is your customer is going to get satisfied. And if your customer is going to get satisfied, your occupancy rates are going to increase, your sales are going to increase. So resultingly, your profits are going to increase too. Resultingly, your profits are going to increase too. So basically, if I can tell you this thing, this all actually means what? This all actually means that, I repeat, this all actually means that all of these four perspectives are connected. And if you measure the organization's perspective using all these four aspects, so ultimately that means you're emphasizing your team to ensure that they are able to achieve the internal business. They're able to focus on learning and growth. They're focused on customer satisfaction, and the financial aspects are automatically going to be achieved. Is that okay now? Yeah, is that okay now? Okay, great. Now, so what happens is if you have to implement balanced scorecard in any organization, what is the approach of doing it? What is the approach of doing it is that first of all, you have got each perspective. Under each perspective, what you do is that you introduce your objective. And with the objective, what you do is that you set a KPI and you set a target. Now, what do we mean by this? I repeat, perspective, objective, KPI, target. Perspective, objective, KPI, target. So I repeat, what happens is when you have to apply this balanced scorecard to any organization, when you have to implement the balanced scorecard to any organization, this is the approach that you adopt. What is the approach? You say that, sorry, financial, customer, internal business, then there is this learning and growth. And then there is this learning and growth. So you've got perspective, objective, KPI, target. Now, let's talk. So when you have to implement the balance scorecard, what you actually do is that for each of the perspective, what you do is that you set an objective. I repeat, for each of the perspective, what you do is that you set an objective. Like for example, for the financial perspective, you could say wealth maximization. For the financial perspective, you could say cost minimization. See, what are we trying to do? We are trying to say that if we have got the financial perspective, that means what? That means that there is this, maybe I can set an objective, I can set many objectives. But one thing that I have to make sure is that this objective has to be aligned with my mission. One thing that I have to make sure is that this objective has to be aligned with my mission. So what are you going to do? You're going to say the objective is wealth maximization. How would you know wealth maximization? You say share price. And you set target to your team that you have to make sure that the entity's share price reaches $10. You have to make sure that the entity's share price reaches $10. Now, cost minimization. What do you mean by cost minimization? This would actually mean the cost per unit. Cost minimization would actually mean the cost per unit. So maybe possible you could set a target that the cost per unit has to go down to let's say $14 a unit. So maybe you could set a target. So this is what is going to be considered as the financial aspect. I repeat, this is going to be considered as a financial aspect. What is this financial aspect? The financial aspect is that it could be the wealth maximization, it could be the cost minimization, etc. etc. Now, let's move a bit forward. If I talk about the customer perspective, I repeat, if I talk about the customer perspective, I could set an objective. What is the objective that I could say? I could say the objective could be that market share. I could say that customer retention. I could say that the customer satisfaction. Now, if I have to measure this market share, I could establish the growth in sales. If I have to ensure the customer satisfaction, what I can do is that I can measure. Let me repeat. What I can probably do is that I can measure I could measure the customer retention ratio. I repeat, what can I do? I can measure customer retention ratio. I repeat, what can I do? I can measure the customer retention ratio. Do you get it? Now, let's move a bit forward and you see that there is an internal business perspective. Now, I told you that what is the internal business perspective? It's something that you must excel at. Just wait a bit, please. So we're back now. Basically, internal business perspective. That is things you must excel at. Now, the internal business could be what? Could be the waste reduction, the internal business. I mean, like it could be for any organization, it could be multiple things. The internal business perspective could be the innovation with respect to the waste reduction. So you could say that percentage of normal loss. With respect to innovation, you could say that number of new products. And then with the learning and growth, you could say that it's staff training. You could say organizations growth. Now, when we talk about the staff training could be number of training hours. With respect to the organization's growth, the organization's growth could be number of new locations, etc. etc. Now, what is actually going to happen is that when you implement the balance scorecard, when you implement the balance scorecard in an organization, so what you actually do is that you keep this perspective in mind. For each perspective, you have an objective. For each perspective, you have an objective. And for each perspective, you have an objective. There is a KPI defined for each objective. And this is how things actually go about. This is how things actually go about. Do you people understand that how do we implement the balanced scorecard in an organization? Do you understand how do we implement balanced scorecard in an organization? Okay, good enough. So what have we done? We have actually talked about the balance scorecard. What have we done? We have talked about the balance scorecard.